guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and it is time again for the top 5 of the week. Now, last week I was saying I really need 10 spots. There are so many good books. And this week I'm like, can I pick 5? Is it possible to pick 5 this week? Like, can I just try? Yeah, well, there was some mediocre ones that usually will not make my top 5 of the week, and I will let you know those as we go through. But of course, I've got a shill. If you enjoy this type of content, hit subscribe, hit like, let me know your picks of the week down below. And I'm curious to see if they are maybe similar with a kind of low end of quality week. Now, not everything, of course. And I do have 2 honorable mentions this time. And actually, the first one is really only an honorable mention because of how good the art was. And that is Life Zero by Stefano Vietti and art by Marco Cellero. Oh my goodness, this art is phenomenal. Now, normally Marco works at Marvel, so I understand. Beautiful, beautiful art. I'm not huge on like zombie stories anymore. I think we've done enough of that, but I'm going to give it 3 issues. So I'm curious to see where this one goes. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to say it's okay. I also have King of Spies, number 3. By Mark Millar and Matteo Scalera. Again, a beautiful long book, but the story's also there, right? You've got basically James Bond rectifying all the wrongs he's done. This book is completely action. And going back to what I've said about stuff like Berserker, this is a dude comic. Like, I'm enjoying it. And I think like Pierce Brosnan would be phenomenal in this role. But this is a dude comic. So let's talk about my actual top 5 because, like I said, it was a hard week. It really, really was. And you may notice right away that number 5 is Superman Son of Kal-El, number 8 by Tom Taylor and art by Cien Torme. Now, this book isn't bad. And I've said all along it is mediocre, but when mediocre makes the top 5, you know it's a bad week. This was the best issue so far. We see some consequences to some of the stuff John has maybe not realized he's done because he is new as Superman. And we actually see a really great moment where he's saying he's sorry when there is a life lost. And it's really, really great moment. Really good. Finally, some learning. And John finally officially joins the truth, and we shall see where that goes. But yes, it's decent, right? It's decent. Just like my number 4, which is Joker number 12 by James Tynion and Giuseppe Kumoki. Beautiful art. Again, all of these books look beautiful. The only reason I included Joker in my top 5 this week was because we get a revelation, right? And this is going to have a little bit of a spoilers if you haven't read it yet. But Joker number 12 gives us who finally did A-Day, who was the mastermind behind it this whole time. And it was Bane. And I was kind of like, okay. All right, it was Bane. Well, in a mystery, if you want it to be mysterious, maybe give us some clues that it was Bane. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are clues there. But yeah, it was really lackluster in my opinion. And I liked the backup. I love these Punchline backups. I'm going to be sad to see him go. We've got one more issue. But that's just because I love Punchline, right? And we'll see. We'll see why this Bane thing is important. I was really hoping it was someone off the wall, right? Like, it just have it be the Calendar Man or Mad Hatter or something. Somebody we haven't seen in a while. Like, Tom King did a number on me when it came to Bane. Yeah, I need a palate refresher after that. So, for number 3, finally, here's where we get into the good stuff, right? The really good stuff, the high recommend. We've got Titans United, number 6 by Calvin Scott, art by Jose Luis. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. Great story. This is what Titans should be. And no disrespect to Tim Sheridan at all, but I'm not enjoying that story. I dropped it. This, to me, is a Titans book. Now, the only big complaint I have here is going back to the status quo, right? We see Connor, he comes back around, and that's okay because it's kind of expected, right? It's circular storytelling, but I would have liked to see maybe something a little different. But what we did get to see, which was a little bit different, is Lady Vic and Starfire having to work together in order to get up to what's going on. All of this happens. It does seem like they're going to all have to work together for whatever's coming in the last issue. So I'm curious to see. We'll have to wait and see, right? So number 2, a book I have been loving. Oh my God, it's so good. Like, Jeff Lemire got me into Moon Knight, and Jed MacKay only accelerates that times 10. And the art by, I'm going to butcher this. I'm sorry. Alessandro Cappuccino. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm so white. Beautiful book. Great storytelling. We get Hunter's Moon, right? Right now we've got Moon Knight in jail. Hunter's Moon is taking over. And we get Stained Glass Scarlet. The Stained Glass Scarlet is technically supposed to be dead. But the idea she goes through on how a story is almost more important than the person themselves, right? The idea of it. And it's very Department of the Truth style storytelling with that. And I really like it. The art is so chic and so pretty. And we kind of get the end of Stained Glass Scarlet, but it's obvious she's coming back, right? So we'll have to wait and see. This story is phenomenal. You have kept me every step of the way, a DC reader who barely knew anything about this character 5 years ago. You have kept me and made him my favorite character at Marvel Comics. Bravo, Jed MacKay. Phenomenal storyteller. Absolutely. And I know people were saying he's a little bit more hit and miss, but everything I have read by Jed MacKay, I have absolutely adored. His Black Cat and Mary Jane crossover is so good. So, number 1, dun dun dun. But don't forget, we do have worse after this. I have Suicide Squad Blaze number 1. This is an oversized Black Label book. And this book had me invested. Like, not just reading it. You know when you get into a good book and the whole world disappears? That was this book. It's by Simon Spurrier and the art is by Aaron Campbell. The art is funky. It's weird, but it fits, right? And we have a bunch, everybody knows the story of the Suicide Squad, but we have a bunch of no-names that are going to go through this Blaze program, which is basically going to make them a god. And by doing so, shave off most of their life expectancy. Like, they're down to like 3 months, right? They've only got about 3 months to live going through this program. Why anyone would do it is beyond me. Our main character is doing it because a woman that he is in love with is doing it. So, he's drawn over by love. But this story was so good. I don't even want to ruin it because it's that good. They're fighting this guy that basically eats women. And oh my God, this one had me invested. This is the best Black Label in a very long time. And we just had one Dark Knight. That was really good. This is better. This is the best Black Label so far this year. I was really, really impressed. And of course, can't forget about Worst of the Week. Oof. Oh God. I don't know what this story's for. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Future State Gotham 10. And I know Dennis Culver can write, so this is nothing against him. The art is by Giannis M. Not even going to attempt to butcher your last name, sir. I apologize. It's not for me. I love Batman. I'm over Future State. I think a lot of us are, and that's probably why the sales are a little bit lower. We're just kind of like, Future State, cool, okay. Are we going to get that in Dark Crisis? I don't care anymore. Like, now that Warmonger's gone and some of the other characters, and we're getting this next Joker that's kind of a joke himself, I'm just not invested. And if I'm going to pick up a comic book that is the same price as every other book I read, but doesn't have any coloring, and the backup stories are reused from Batman Black and White, like, that is the epitome of laziness, DC. Come on now. That is like scamming your customers. I'm just, no, it's bad. It is absolutely, it's just not for me. We're going to go with that. Yep. Oh, definitely check out Suicide Squad Blaze this week, though. I hope it does really well because I would like to see Simon Spurrier continue this story. or do something, because when I say invested, I mean, like, I don't even know what was going on around me at that time. Like, my cats could have been fighting. They could have been breaking windows. I don't know. I was reading a book. I was into it. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think and what your picks are of the week. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.